understand this. I'm not gay, and you not gay.
Wait,
so
you've never had any sexual experience, contact with male?
Never, ever in my life. So what I'm trying to explain to you is,
okay, then why are you defending it so hard?
Because
oh my. Let's react to some videos.
Coming from New York, I love seeing woke gangsters. This black conservative destroys this woke thug. This dude killed him. He lifted up his skirt and showed what was underneath to the world. I'm not scared of him.
And I'm on duty.
Let's watch this ex-thug turned grifter get humiliated and exposed by this black conservative. Watch.
Right, I'm probably one of the most educated people in my family because I've learned and I've experienced things that the average person did. And we'd have different ideologies today. Me and my brothers may have a different opinion about certain things, but my opinion is based off my own personal experience. So please stop equating any opinion that I have or thought process I have with anything that has to do with a white liberal woman. Because
this guy has been telling them that this ideology they have, this woke gangster shit, is nothing but white liberal women telling him how to think. It could be two things. He might actually believe this shit and just become woke just from the people indoctrinating this shit into his mind. Or what I think it is, he's being a grifter. But let's watch.
Hold on 1 second there, dummy. I found out who this guy is. You were right. This guy is definitely involved in politics. Check it out.
It's one of Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani's most controversial picks, Mysonne Linnet, a man who spent years in prison for robberies that he says he didn't commit.
Once again, I don't have anything to do with a white liberal woman, and it's disrespectful.
I understand why there is confusion because what I'm saying is novel. It's an idea that very few people have heard. I say that Black women are liberal white women, and there are many other demographics that are liberal white women. And when I say this, it's the first time people have heard it, so I have to unpack it. And so I get that it's just shocking because it's the first time you've heard it. But what you describe as your education and your experience is often, it's not education, it's indoctrination. And so when you leave your community, your village, your tribe, your culture, and then sometimes you move up a little bit socioeconomically, the whites start to groom you into different ways of thinking and being, the liberal whites, because they're the ones who want to go in your midst. Conservative whites are outright racist. Many of them, they don't even want to be around you, but the liberal whites will get around you and then they'll try to turn you from a Black person into a liberal white woman. And it happened without you even knowing. For example, I think it's peculiar that we have such little respect for ourselves that we think when we leave from around where we grew up, from the Bronx, from Los Angeles, from Compton, from Chicago, and we get around all these liberal white folks. Now we figured out the world. Now we can see. Now we understand. No.
The conservative white people don't want nothing to do with you. They really just want to mind their own business, stay within each other's groups. But then you get the liberal white people who applaud all degeneracy done from minorities. There'll be the white people circling you, laughing at you like a clown. The love that these liberals have for minorities is phony.
No, now you've been exposed to great levels of filth and indecency and degeneracy. So what's a different culture? What I would like to say, as one who has been exposed to many cultures, inside, and I didn't talk while you were talking again, sir. I did not talk while you were talking, sir. I understand what you're saying, and I have the good fortune that I too have been around many cultures. I filled up 4 passport books. I've been to more countries than anyone I know, and maybe more than most of the people you know, including the politicians. And I probably know a lot of the politicians that you know. You know, I know your mayor, Bloomberg, who was mayor for some time, billionaire. I know a lot of the folks you know, ones who have run for president and failed. That's how I know they're wicked. Ooh. So when we talk about going around the world and getting cultured, well, let me talk about the world. If you travel through the 54 countries of Africa, that's a hell of a lot of countries. You could fit America, the continent, North America. You could fit Europe and China in the continent of Africa. That's a lot of countries. And overwhelmingly, they say that to live that lifestyle is filthy and unacceptable. You go through the Middle East, which is rising up rapidly. UAE and Dubai and Abu Dhabi and Saudi Arabia and Qatar and Oman, they all agree that kind of behavior is destructive for the public morality. You go to Singapore. The architect of Singapore, Lee Kuan Yew, says, oh, this doesn't seem like a good idea. He's a pretty smart guy. You go to China. They have entire policies against what they call the lady boys, the effeminate males, and they try to push off the culture that has been popularized by those South Korean pop singer bands where the guys look like girls. And that all started with an Asian immigrant in America who was very wealthy and used to fund these people and make them look like females or children, young boys, because he was a pederast. Now, here's the funny thing. There's only one place you can go on the planet Earth. There's only one group of countries you can go to on the planet Earth where they tell you that a man laying with a man, oh, let it go. Woman laying with a woman, live and let live. That would be Western Europe, not even Eastern Europe, Western Europe, where the people are loose and slack and sick. They're perverts. That's a Western European sickness.
Boom! It's a Western European sickness. The funny thing is that all these countries that he mentioned, the liberals love them. They look down on Western culture. They look down on American culture. But they feel so strongly about Africa, about the Middle East, about the Muslims. Even China. These American liberals, they're more loyal to China than they are to this country. But they don't play that bullshit in none of those other countries. And this shit just bugs me out.
And that's all I have to say about the Skittle Guzzlers. We don't have to get into it. I'm responding to you because you went pretty hard about them. And now I just gave my response to the Skittle Guzzlers. And we don't have to talk anymore about the Skittle Guzzlers.
To you. So first of all, I just think that in this conversation, me having a conversation with your audience, I know most of them think like you, so it's cool. If we were having a conversation with my audience, then 90% of them will be saying that you're crazy. So I'm cool.
But your audience is not real black people, though. I just want that to be clear. Those are not real black people.
It's impossible for you to tell me that.
No, they're not real black people.
I'm around real black people every day.
They're not real black people.
I'm around real black people every day of my life.
Real black people do not condone that at all.
It's not about. It's not about condoning anything. It's not.
That's not our culture.
See, once again, you see what I mean? You keep using the wrong words. Condoning and letting someone else live their own reality. I've never said I condone or don't condone.
That is not played in the black culture. It's not played in jail. It's not played in the street. They don't talk about this liberal woke shit in these places where this guy claims that he's around. He's around liberal whites. He works for the Democrat Party. He's a grifter. His audience is not who he's portraying his audience is.
You do condone it. Why won't you just be real with me, man? I mean, you just took out 20 minutes to give a Martin Luther King speech on behalf of the homosexuals. And you're talking about you're not an ally. You are an ally. That's the only thing. That's the problem today. It's like we want to talk about being men, but if you're going to be a man, just stand on it. I'm standing on mine. I'm in the unpopular position. You're in the popular position. That's easy to stand on. I'm standing alone out here.
But listen, what I'm saying, it's not about standing alone. I'm just trying to tell you my position is not a popular or unpopular.
It is popular.
Homosexuality
is all over TV and Netflix, and Barack Obama invited these people three times to the White House.
What this clown is trying to say is that it's not popular within the people who he hangs out with. The real black people, it's not popular with them. But trust me, homosexuality gets you paid. It's very popular.
This didn't happen overnight. The black community was searching for leadership and identity. Barack Obama became the symbol, and once that door opened, cultural norms shifted fast. What used to be fringe became normal. What you're seeing now isn't random. It's the fallout of ideology, crashing into identity and street culture.
Let's go to the gay bar and get some free drinks. Dumb. Yo, gay niggas dumb as fuck. They don't never be knowing when niggas is straight, man. Nah. Let's ride.
Represent about 3% of the population, 4% of the population. So
it's really 1.5%.
Okay, so whatever it is. So cool. With people saying we don't need this from the government, and all the time, none of those people who have said it have done anything to do it. And when they do
that's not true. You ever heard of the Nation of Islam? You ever heard of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad?
Yeah, so what this guy's basically trying to say is this conservative movement thing, when blacks are conservative, it doesn't work. We need liberal policies. We need liberal funding. We need non-governmental organizations to get tax money in order for us to get out the street. He's either dumb or a scammer. This is where the trap comes in. Muslims who liberals love are conservative. This is how you beat them.
Yes.
They did great things. They had farmland. They had stores. In fact, New York was a major epicenter for this thing.
And
they did extremely well. But I tell you when they got poisoned. They got poisoned when Malcolm X became you. When Malcolm X started espousing the views of the white liberal and when he started working with the government. And he betrayed his own people because he left the core of what black folks are. That's when the movement fell apart, when we were infiltrated.
Look at his face.
So you lie. You lie and you suggest that we have never been able to separate from the government and thrive. The Nation of Islam separated from the government and thrived very well.
I love the Nation of Islam. I've been raised underneath the honorable minister. So I know what's going on.
Of course you love the Nation of Islam. You're a liberal. And you're a jailbird. All the black inmates claim to be Muslim while they're scamming
within the nation.
But if you were raised under the brother minister Louis Farrakhan, you would know that the Skittle guzzling is a vile abomination. And you wouldn't tap dance when I ask you, are you indifferent, against it, or an ally? So brother minister Louis Farrakhan would condemn something like that. Am I wrong?
You're wrong.
No, I'm not wrong. I've heard it myself in Mosque Mariam in Chicago.
When the last time you heard the minister speak? When is the last time you have heard a conversation?
It's been years. Okay. So I'm going to do two things, if you don't mind.
He's trying to say
he's old right
Minister
here.
Farrakhan
and he's young
turned
right
woke.
So I'm just going to click this one and we'll listen, and then I'll click this one. So here's a young Minister Farrakhan and here's an old Minister Farrakhan.
Man by nature is inclined to and leans toward the female. And the female by nature leans toward the male. Now we want to know whence came this deviation.
Hello.
Listen very carefully.
I'm listening.
The Bible says he changed the truth of God into a lie. And when you pervert the truth of God and make it a lie, then what follows from that is a system of perversion, a system
He was
of
at his
deviation.
peak.
We didn't learn this freakish behavior in Africa. You cannot find brothers in Africa walking around with broken wrists.
I said that earlier.
You don't find women in Africa running with women. We learned that behavior.
From who?
In our sojourn in America.
That part.
So since we learned this behavior, we can unlearn this.
Okay, so I'm going to cut that because I think we get the gist of that one. And as promised, I'm going to go back. So that was young Farrakhan.
I love you as a brother. I love you as a sister. But the love of the same sex for one another that's rooted in righteousness is wonderful. But when we take it to the extreme, which Satan has caused us to do now, we have gone to the extreme under the tutelage of a real satanic mind.
When he was young,
it was very clear. It's nothing wrong with having love for your own sex when it comes to your brother, your sister, as long as it's righteous, whether it be Muslims, Christians. Righteous means good. In none of those scriptures is homosexuality good.
He said, this is not of us. This is wicked. And then I just play one when he's clearly old. He says, if you do that, you're under a satanic mind.
That's not what he said at first. So you ignored what he said? So you ignored what he said at the beginning?
What? I'm gonna play it again because you're playing games. Like that's crazy. Like I'm gonna play this again. Tell me what the brother is saying because you're trying to reinterpret, and that's what liberals do. They lie.
I love you as a brother.
I love you as a brother. So that means not romantic.
I love you as a sister.
Not romantic.
But the love of the same sex for one another that's rooted in righteousness is wonderful.
What does that mean?
I want you to explain that because I have a feeling like you're misunderstanding.
No,
what does that mean?
Because I'm trying to tell you. He said,
what does that mean?
He's saying that he understands that that's their reality. It's rooted in righteousness.
No, use the words he used and then explain it to me.
Let me play the one that I know.
No, don't play the one you know. We had the brother on screen. I'm asking you, explain based on what he just said. Why are you running?
You played 30 seconds of a 10-minute conversation, and you said that's all you need to hear.
We can go back and play more of it because I can assure you I already know how it goes.
Okay.
Because the brother minister Louis Farrakhan has never once said that being a homosexual is okay. He in fact just stated that it's satanic. And we honestly
This dude believed white people were satanic. He didn't like anybody. What makes you think he just became woke?
don't even have to be on this topic because I said six
I never
times.
said that he said it was okay. I never
said six
that.
times.
I never said it was okay.
You have represented that it's okay.
That.
No, yes, you have. You certainly have.
Saying that.
And in fact, we're only talking about skittle guzzling because you have persisted in the conversation.
Bringing that up. I'm not insisting on it. You keep bringing it up.
Okay. So I just want to make sure that we have an understanding here. So you're saying your position on homosexuality is the same as the brother minister Louis Farrakhan. Is that what you're saying?
My position on the homosexuality is that
Here we go.
It's not my way of life, but I don't have anything against someone else that does their own way of life.
Okay, you said you have
Real
nothing
gangster,
against
you,
them.
Pop.
Would you describe their behavior as satanic?
No, I'm not religious. I don't have.
Okay, so I'm just asking you, would you describe it as satanic? So you can say yes
I don't
or no.
have a religion.
Okay, cool. All right, would you describe their behavior as unnatural?
It's a difference than mine. So if we look at calling to,
You can say yes
Just
or no.
answer.
Just a yes or no would be
it's
cool.
different than mine.
Yes
I don't
or no
believe
would
that
be
yours
fine.
is different.
And you keep telling me that you're a man, but you can't say yes or no. That's not
Lying
man.
like a female.
A man can be black and white. Women live in the gray area.
I don't have to demonize somebody.
They live
because
in the
it's
gray
different than
area.
mine. It's not a gray area. It's different than mine. I don't have to demonize somebody because they have a different ideology than me. I don't have to do that. I don't have to demonize an individual because we have completely different ideologies. I don't have to do that.
The problem that we have with our political class is that
You're
to
lying.
get their money from the lobbyists, the people who control them, to get the money from the interest groups, they have to tap dance. They have to lie. They can't say what they really believe. It's easier. It's
Yes, you
easier
are.
to be popular.
I don't have any political affiliation.
Okay, I hear you.
Yo, like a week after this video, this dude's working with Mamdani, freaking socialist, lying ass.
It's easier to be popular when you go with the flow, when you go with what's common. It's easy to be popular when you never stand up against anything. It's so easy to say.
I stand up against a lot.
You don't have to interrupt me. It's so easy to say. It's so easy to say, oh yeah, like, you know, I don't judge. That's what the broads like to say. Oh, I don't judge. I'm not judging. Well, they say that because they don't want to be judged, and the reason they don't want to be judged is because they're engaging in filthy behaviors.
There you go again.
So the fact of the matter is that it's upon the man to establish the standard. It's upon the man to identify right and wrong. It's not upon the man to deal in the gray area and say, oh, it's, you know, I'm not here to judge. I don't do that, but it's okay.
Yeah. Tell me if you agree with that. I don't think men could afford to live in the gray area. I think maybe for a woman, they have less on their shoulders. They could always get a man to take care of them. I don't think men have the luxury to live in the gray area. And especially as they get older, less nonsense, less bullshit, the better. There's too much at stake.
So for you being a person who's not a gay ally, you sure as hell can't just accept where we're at with it and move on. You're really bent. You're bent on the idea that Minister Farrakhan did not condemn them. You're really bent on pushing that.
I'm not bent on anything.
You are bent on that. And here's the crazier thing. This is why that Barack Obama stuff, that liberal white woman ideology, I know has got hold of you because you have not been so passionate about discussing the black issues as much as the LGBTQ. And that's the same thing we dealt with Barack Obama. Barack Obama was all about the LGBTQ and he ain't do nothing for black people.
But you're the only one that keeps.
That
was your state. I didn't bring up gays. You once again you brought up gay. You
did bring up gay language, and that started the conversation. You were saying partner, and that's gay language, my boy. That's gay language.
Who said that? The word
you said partner. You started that way earlier.
Started in the gay. What are you talking about?
Yes.
Partner
Let me educate you. You asked me a question. I'm gonna answer your question. I'm gonna answer your question. You asked me a question. Let me answer it. You said partner started with the gays, and my answer is yes. And here's how. Definitely. The gays have made every effort to remove gender from relationships. Facts. Instead of saying boyfriend or girlfriend, because these people are non-binary, they can't look below the belt and figure out what they are. They have to introduce gender-neutral terms in gender-neutral bathrooms. So what they do is they use the term partner to remove gender from terms like boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, and wife. Partner is 100% an LGBTQ term that they've pushed out to the masses, just like non-binary. And why do you keep interrupting? Why do you keep having to interrupt? You feel so strongly. You're so emotional about it, but you keep interrupting. You're so emotional about it.
As a girl.
1 second. You're so emotional, you keep interrupting. You're so emotional, you keep interrupting.
I'm asking a question.
Bro, you use gay language, it's all good. You're just not a gangster anymore. Gangsters don't use gay language. That's from hanging out with the liberals. But listen, as long as you're getting paid, right, who cares? Now he's trying to defend himself, trying to keep his masculinity, talking about his partner.
What if you don't want to refer
But you don't have to interrupt to ask the question.
Or your grown man as a boyfriend, and you don't want to, you don't have a wife or a husband, what would you call that person? What would be a good?
I'll give you an example. A lot of guys, especially in the South, you say my old lady, you say my woman. It's been going on for hundreds of years. Okay. The fact that you're playing dumb is very embarrassing because people are watching you and they're like, why is he pretending?
I don't like to use the term woman.
Why is he pretending as though he can't call a woman a woman? You just said using the term woman is a ghetto term. Did you just say that?
No, that's not a professional term. This is my woman.
It is your woman.
That's some ghetto shit.
That's not ghetto. Woman is a word in formal English. It's not slang. This is my woman. That's not ghetto at all.
That's slang.
No, that's actually not slang. And furthermore, girlfriend is not slang. You can say girlfriend. We've been using that for a long time. You can say it's my wife. You can say it's my old lady.
Any individual. We were talking about.
So you're trying to justify something that is unjustifiable. Partner came from the LGBTQ. That's full stop. That's a fact.
Okay.
That's a fact. There's no negotiating. It's a fact.
I've never had any conversation inside the LGBTQ area.
I agree with you. I totally believe you. I totally believe you. But that's my point. You're so brainwashed by the liberal white woman that you're speaking like her, and you don't know where the words came from.
He's either stupid as hell or a big ass grifter, which makes sense. He's a Democrat. Like, subscribe, comment. Happy New Year. I love you. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and share for more videos like this. And I'll see you next time on Z's Day.